Well, guys, after 4 failed attempts of buying extended brake lines, I finally bought the right extended brake lines. So we're going to be able to bleed the e-brake setup in this. I am crossing my fingers that these air cylinders have enough pressure to activate these brakes. Of course, comes to worst, we still have the manual e-brake. Steven is now using this Cavalier as a workbench. There's a simple rule in every man's garage that if it's a flat surface, it's going to become a workbench. So I don't really want to move the car, but like, I don't think these should be folded like that. I know they're just fucking they're just valve cover gaskets. I get it. But maybe I'm old fashioned. Just set them all out. We had such a hard time with those before. So what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be putting the new e-brake fittings into this car and then trying, again, cross those fingers, can't do it with one hand, but cross those fingers that we can actually bleed these brakes. Another thing is Steven's laptop is plugged into this car. What is he doing? I don't know. I don't really question the things that Steven does. I have a solid belief that he does everything in good interest. And I'm happy about that. I don't think Steven would do anything to sabotage this car in any way. So what do we have to do? We're going to get these brake lines on there. So let's go get the brake fittings. So you guys, oh no! Oh, that was close. You guys have seen me bleed brakes and make brake fittings 250 times, but guess what? Now you get to see it done 252 times because I have 2 brake lines to do here. All right, so this really nicely bent copper brake line, we're just going to cut it off. Beautiful. Remove the nut that does not work. I guess this thing's getting rusty. Deburr the inside of the tube. Slide new fitting on. Do not forget this step. Slide new fitting on. Then install crimping tool. So yeah, this video here, I kind of want to talk to you guys about this car and what this represents for me. This one here is a long time building, and I don't want to rip on figure 8 guys, but I've really loved smashing people. I've tried oval track, I've tried figure 8, and I have extreme amount of fun inside the figure 8 track. And I get it. There's a lot of skill involved in building these cars. And I think that I think half the skill comes in building the car, but then it takes a completely different amount of skill to be able to drive this car and drive this car to the point where you're going to win. There's a couple of guys here in Ontario. I don't like to say names because I'm not the type of guy to call you out, but I think there's some very, very good drivers here in Ontario. I think that you guys do the corners amazing. I think there's some guys in the past that have done figure 8 in Ontario that could outdrive me any day of the week. Even these new guys, not new guys, I'm calling them new guys, but they've been doing it a while. But even the guys that are driving the figure 8 series here now in Ontario, I believe that you guys are amazing drivers. And I think that it's not going to be easy for me to pull out wins with this car. I'm a builder. The figure 8, I can't tell you guys if I'm a driver or not. I've done a couple. Have I won in figure 8 in the past? Yes. Have I lost figure 8 in the past? Yes. But these guys here that have been doing it for a long time definitely have a lot more experience than me in the figure 8 track. And I would love to get better at it. So don't expect me to go out there and win every figure 8 race I do. I'm not going to. I'm going to lose a lot. I already know that. Just thread you in there now. Make sure this is good before I do the other one. Let's go get a 10 mil wrench. So I just cut that out, but I did get a little upset there And I'm sorry that I had to take my upsetness off camera. So what happened is I've been really struggling to find brake fittings for these e-brakes. I know it sounds so stupid. It's so stupid. So I had to order extended brake lines, but then they were bottoming out before the line got tight. So then what I just had to do, I'll show it to you here in a second as soon as I get this one cut and set up. It's got to be the stupidest thing I've ever have to done. So I just took this brake line fitting, I put it in the drill, and then I had to taper. Let's see if I can do that. You gonna focus on it? No, no. Anyway, I had to taper the end of it so that it goes around the fittings that's on there. Sorry, around the threads that's on there. It's got to be so stupid that I just had to do that. And now this thing isn't gonna go on there. You watch this. Oh, this one wants to fight me the whole way, boys and girls. You know what? We're just gonna cut it even shorter. That looks like a spot that brake fitting will go on. Get rid of all these little nice bendy, twisty things here. We're just gonna go right from here. I am getting a little upset with this car. I have like attention deficit disorder, I think, or something. If I work on a project too long, I completely lose interest in the project. And this thing's been in here a while, but I was doing the same thing with my 57 and do the same thing with the car that I usually take to meltdown. I do lose interest in stuff pretty quick, but I still eat the exact same Subway sandwich I did when I was in high school. Unless it, well, the same Mr. Sub sandwich. Unless it's Fridays, because I like to live risky, and I get seafood on Fridays from Mr. Sub. Every other day is just an assorted cold cuts, because I'm a simple guy that likes to save money. Okay, let's flare this now. Yes, I did put the fitting on there. For all you internet warriors that are commenting that I forgot the fitting, it's on there. I'm not doing this again. You know, I think I bought this kit when I was like 16, and it's been such a good kit. You know what, you buy good tools, you only have to buy them once, unless somebody steals them on you. Then you might have to buy them twice, but you buy cheap Harbor Freight or Princess Auto tools. Some of them are good, some of them are getting much better than what they were, but like, they're gonna break. You guys know that they have brakes, but like, this one here is not even like an amazing kit. It's just a Napa Pro. But when I was younger, I was gonna buy like the cheapo one. And then I was like, you know what? Might as well spend the $80. $80 when I was younger was a big amount of money. I'm not trying to date myself there by saying how old I am, but. So this is a pretty important time. We are gonna pull off the caps. And we're gonna put brake fluid in these things. So, makes me a little nervous when I read the Amazon reviews afterwards. That one's not tight. Why is that one not tight? I gotta tighten it apparently. Is that blood on my screen? That's blood on my screen. What part of me's bleeding? Okay, let's put brake fluid into these things now. Okay, so it doesn't take much brake fluid. Hey, Tim. That just shocked me. These aren't pumping fluid.
Fancy.
It's trying to be fancy, but Well, guys, that's a letdown. Both of these e-brake systems do not work. Amazon reviews were correct. So I just wasted a whole fuck ton of money. Fuck. Well, guys, with the back end of the figure 8 car done, it was time to kind of work on this e-brake system. Now, I did get the masters bled. I spent a lot of time trying to get the right fittings. I ended up having to make them. I ended up having to shave off the end of the threads so that they go in the way they wanted to. I probably could have bought them, but I couldn't find them anywhere. To bleed the system, the e-brake system didn't actually prime itself. I had to pressurize the cap, which put fluid through the master, and it's only working once it's actually primed. But as soon as you got any air, it would lose its prime. So let's take a look at this system and tell you what I've ordered to try to fix it as of right now. So in here, there is the valve. I did price out a different valve, but I'm not paying $500 for the valve. It's an industrial valve, but I'm not paying $500 for it. Now down here, you can see all the systems. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace these with larger bore. So hopefully it's got enough pressure to lock those up. These here go out, but they don't have enough pressure to lock up the rear tires. Now there's some things I could do to try to make those more efficient. I could move this up, which would give me more leverage. If the new cylinders don't work, I might be trying that, who knows? But we're gonna have to go from there. But yeah, that's where we're sitting as of right now on this car. More parts are on the way, and we're gonna hopefully make everything work for this.